It is Monday again, once again. Welcome to my week. This time I actually remembered to record from Monday. My room is a total mess. I'm in the process of tidying and doing washing for it, but ugh. But yeah, right now I'm doing very little. I've done quite a bit of editing today. I edited last week's video, and that's currently uploading and has been since super early this morning because my internet is awful. That's currently at 44% when it's started. Hold up, let me work out when the video was last modified, and then from that I can tell when I started to upload it. Properties. Okay, so that finished at about 12:30. It is currently 8 PM and it's only 44% done, and the upload is pending for the lab episode tonight. Why though? Episode 2 of English wrestling. I have no idea how zoomed in it is. I expect extremely, so it is Tuesday. I have my haircut tomorrow, so I need to set an alarm, so I'm finally gonna get rid of this rag, which is gonna be nice and peaceful there. Gonna spend most of the rest of the day tidying up other than recording. I'm finally back to my pre-recording the day before schedule, because I was able to record 2 videos today, and the fact that yesterday's videos took 2 days to record, 2 days to upload, basically, because I had to upload the vlog, which ended up to be 40 minutes long due to the top 10 list, which turned into a top 9 list because I accidentally misread my tabs at the top of the screen, so I hate everything. So, buggeration, so that's just going to be a top 9 list for now, so sod it. I'll come up with a 10th at a later date, maybe even just re-upload another top 9 and make it a top 18, because sod it, I watch a lot of YouTube. So, yeah, the haircut, I was very fat today. I had some delicious pizza, which, ooh, life tip, for those who don't know, best way to store pizza is to get a Tupperware pot, go kitchen roll, slice of pizza, kitchen roll, slice of pizza, kitchen roll, slice of pizza, kitchen roll, Tupperware, Tupperware lid, and then put that in the fridge, and then you reheat that depending on how crispy you want it. Microwave if you want it a little bit soggier, or on a skillet or in the oven, etc. if you want it to be that a little bit crispier. Frying pan even can work. So yeah, plenty of options for reheating a pizza. There you go. Little life tip there. Other than that, basically nothing. Well, that's it. Play some stuff. I do want to gauge some interest though. My Plays channel, there's nothing happening on it at the moment due to the fact that edited content takes a bloody long time to do, and I have very little time with all my travelling, etc. But what I can do is like put aside 1 day a week to just record a day's worth of content and then space that out over a week kind of thing, so that channel would also get daily videos or even videos every 2 days. So the question is, would you guys be interested in that? It would be longer, more narrative games, pretty much always. I have a huge back catalogue of that on my Steam that I haven't even started playing through, so it would be an excuse for me to play through them. But would you guys be interested in that? Would you guys be interested in seeing me doing that? It would just be simply 10-minute, 20-minute episodes, depending on how long I had to record. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. Channel is Tetcher Plays, so is the question of whether that's something you guys would be interested in, or whether I'm just going to sort of leave that channel to sit there until I get into a situation where I'd have more time to do the edited content, or even if you guys care about stuff that isn't Heroes of the Storm or Overwatch related. So let me know. Oops. Dropped my hand there. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below or in Discord, and I'll have to think about it, because there's a lot of games I'd like to play through, a lot of games I'd like to show you, a lot of games I think I could have fun with, but we'll see. We will see. Tell me what you think. So this has been Tuesday. Coming up Wednesday. Well, hi. This is Helen. This is my hairdresser. She's been doing my hair since I was 4, yep, pretty much. 4 or 5 years. A long time, and I've grown a bit, just a bit. But yeah, same as usual, just I'm going to Valencia in about a week, so a week to go out to styling territory as opposed to looking a little bit homeless. Okay, and a bit, obviously a good chunk of hair, but enough to style. A little bit of length, but enough style. My usual thing is just back and up, usually, still to the, sort of my left. No problem. Okay. Daniel, Christopher. Oh, you didn't. my hair is gone, and that's the back of it. Hang on. Angles. I think camera angles are hard. There we go. Looks good. This is the side. If you ever want what the back of my head look like, because you never see it on camera. There it is. There we go. Sorry. Did she say that? It is super windy. I am walking to meet my brother home from town after my haircut, which I think looks much better. I wish I had the time to get highlights. I absolutely did not, but for now I like it. It's nice to not look homeless anymore. That's bright, that's very bright. But yeah, I actually did something productive today. Woohoo. Now I've got to go home and make a D&D character so I can have fun with some friends with like a D&D group we're making. Hooray. It's Thursday. I've done a lot of tidying up today, a lot of scrim watching, because a lot of the teams are scrimming in preparation for Valencia, and I've been jumping into as many of those as I can just to check out what's going on. And other than that, not too much, just continuing to tidy up and do my washing, new haircut. Then that's keeping my hair out my face, although I haven't showered yet today, so my hair is currently quite high and quite a bit messy. But overall, pretty good today. Today's been quite relaxed, tidying up's been good. It's getting going. Still looking good, still waiting for replies on a lot of email-y things, but overall, things are going well at the moment. Very little to report other than I've done a bit more research into whether I could do the whole Let's Play thing. If you guys were interested in seeing it, I could do it. I have looked up where basically I would be putting a day aside. I'd be recording like 2 videos on one day, or just like recording a couple of videos in advance if I could, and just putting a day aside where I just played a game for like the entire day basically, and that would give me a couple of weeks worth of content, which would give me a good amount of time. Like if I made episodes 10 minutes long, they would be good. If I made them 20 minutes long, then it would be a lot less time, but would require probably even less effort. But yeah, overall it is possible, so can't wait to see the comments on this video as to whether you guys would be interested in seeing that. So yeah, let's wait that one out before I just start randomly going off and recording again, then realising I have no time. It wouldn't be until I'm back from Valencia. I just want to see the comments first. It is Saturday and I am standing at the boundary between my family's house, which is this way, and my neighbour's house, which is that way. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick story, because some of you may have heard me reference this once or twice, but I've usually not been that willing to talk about it, but it's at the point where I'm quite willing to have it out in the public, because, oh my god, it's been a nightmare. So, I haven't even showered yet, it's bad, but basically, before I was born, my family moved into here, and the neighbour on this side was very lovely, very reasonable, proper lovely person. And we family moved in, and he came over and was like, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, can you not put a fence up? We quite like it here," and I'll show you very carefully without showing too much of their garden. You can see a white line there, but that's it. No fence. No fence there, because he liked having no fence. He loved the view of the trees. So we were like, we have no dogs, we have dogs, we have children, they're not going to respect the boundary, and we didn't, but he was perfectly reasonable with it. So he has since moved out, about 2 years ago, and the new guy has moved in. He has been a bit of a pain. So, allow me to explain. So far, originally, he started strimming into our garden, what we believed was our garden. And it was like, and you can, hang on, I'm going to spin the camera here. You can see, actually no, I can just do it this way. You can see down here on the ground, there are a lot of shoots. These were bamboo, all the way up here to that stump in the distance. And that was all bamboo, where basically that was bamboo, that was other plants in our garden. And those were trimmed, those were ripped out, those were torn down. Those were in our garden. We pointed out that these were in our garden. He disagreed and said that these were on his property. So we said, can you put up a fence? We don't like the idea of a fence, but we'd rather have that than have our stuff destroyed. So we put up a fence about 20 feet into our garden from the bottom end of the garden, which I'm going to walk down to in a bit. Put up a fence 20 feet into our garden. We were less than pleased with this and told him that that's not the place. So eventually we got to the point where
both families, mine and his, pulled out the deeds, measured the line. We measured ours with a laser, we measured it very, very accurately with the metal posts that were in our garden from the very original boundary. Everything, 100% of the deeds. I don't know what he measured. Oh, little bird. I don't know what he measured with, but it was so far off. And eventually it got to the point where he was just so inaccurate with it that we were pointing out the inaccuracies and stuff, and eventually he's agreed to our line. So this line that is on the ground, this white line, there you go, is the correct one. It is considered by all parties to now be the correct line. He has said this multiple times in emails to my mother. So as you can see here, you can see torn up bits of bamboo again on the ground here that have just been absolutely destroyed. So that's fine. We then agreed that this line right here was the line. This was the correct line for our boundary, and that this was going to be where the fence would be put up. It was going to be a fence up to the trees, and cool. There was a verbal agreement, sorry, not a verbal agreement, an email agreement once again between my mother or my family and his family that the fence would be put up. He could clear his side of the line, aka trim out the plants, etc., as long as they were on his side of the line, and then put up a fence, etc. But anything that was in the disputed zone or that was on the line had to be not touched. He could come and ask us about it, we could ask him about it if we wanted to do anything with it, and that'd be that. We could do it that way. He could put up his fence, he could deal with it. Since then, that has not been the case. He has, as you can see here, here is the line, here is the, hang on, here's the line, tilt the camera, line here, here is a tree that's very much mostly on our side, for starters, and has been thoroughly mutilated. It has been chopped down, simple as that. So he has, for starters, ignored something that he suggested and agreed to tear down and chop down this tree without our permission. There is email proof of all of this, so that's been taken down. This is going to be a bit of a long bit, by the way, because this goes on for quite a while. He's also just completely decimated this. I'm showing too much on camera here, so I'm pointing down. There was a lot of trees here, as you can see by the sawdust on the ground. So he chopped down that tree, along with several other very nice pine trees. So he's already destroyed some bamboo. So now you can see the line. There's no white cable here, but it's the canes in the ground and stuff mark this line even more. He's destroyed very much up to it, but pretty fine here, until we go a little bit further and we get down to here, where we find another pine that we actually had very high amount of use for, because we were using it to lift the engine that we had. My parents do sailing, so they were using it to like winch the engine that they needed in case they needed to repair it and stuff. So that one down there has also been chopped, and yes, you can see next to the, oops, over a stick, the metal pole down here, that has also been very much on our side of the line and has still been chopped down. So once again, completely neglecting the boundary and doing whatever the hell he wants with it, basically. So we continue to move on to more shenaniganry. As you can see, there's just more completely destroyed plantation here. Very messy back of the garage, but we do try to keep it nice and tidy. But this is why the trees were useful. They block the vision, wire fence will be useful, because if he doesn't like the view, that's fine. There's not that much on his. I'd like to point out, the way that cutting down a tree works, via UK law, you can chop down a tree. You can chop down limbs of a tree if they're overhanging into your property, and you can return and you have to return, or give the option of returning the trimmings, the logs, etc. to the person whose garden the tree is growing in. These trees were mostly in our gardens, so they should be returned to us. This has not been the case. The logs have been, in some cases, removed from the property. They are not even on his property anymore. In some cases, they are over there, very much on his property. So right now, he is technically, oh, hang on, there's a hole back here. I don't know exactly where it is, around here-ish, where there was around here, just this area here, not only has he just chopped down the trees, he has removed the stumps. That's when it goes from, legally, from vandalism into what I believe is technically criminal damage. Like, chopping down a tree is vandalism, I believe, because they grow back. Removing the stump makes it criminal damage, because that's not coming back. That is gone, that's a dead tree. Or not a dead tree, it's just a non-existent tree. Now we see the line re-continuing through this tree, which has been left untouched, very nice. It's a lovely tree. But now we move on to the bottom part of the garden, where there's just been a bit more destruction once again. another pine that has been chopped down. Once again, just more damage, very much on our side of the line there. I'm currently on his side, but we have permission to be in his garden for matters related to the line. He does not have permission, and his workers do not have permission via our expression to be in our garden for any reason. This includes the chopping down of our trees. And now I'm gonna have to raise the camera up a bit here. It's gonna be quite hard to see from here. Actually, I'm gonna go over under the line here. Hang on. We're going for some foraging. Oh god, stingy nettles like everywhere. Creative route taking gonna have to be done here. Why aren't I wearing socks? Don't sting me. There we go. Made it. Okay, climb over this. It's nice living in the country. So these things right here, these are conifers. They're another type of tree, very nice trees. I quite like them, they're very, very lovely. These were chopped down by the electricity company. This was not him. However, this one is dead. Chopping down does not kill a tree most of the time. This one is partly dead. You can see all the leaves on this side are very much dead. It has a bit of green on this side, but they're all facing this way. The reason for that is because he's been spraying weed killer, which basically has been he's been spraying weed killer onto our property, and that's killed our conifers. So he has killed trees, chopped down trees, removed trees, destroyed plants on our side, multiple times crossed over the boundary with trespass, and has done serious damage to our property. He's not a very nice man, he is. He's not. So yeah, for those who are wondering, that is the issue that we have had with our neighbour as of yet. And yeah, it's been quite hectic, very fun, and by fun I mean the opposite of fun. But right now, earlier today the police were around, the community enforcement officers, which is like the police only for stuff that they don't know whether it's just going to be a neighbour dispute or something like that. They don't know if there's an actual crime involved. They have decided that they have ascertained from being here and seeing everything that it is a case of criminal damage. That is what they have determined from this. So criminal damage is what they've decided. They're taking it back to the station and dealing with it. So the community enforcement officers have made that decision, so hopefully we're going to have this sorted soon. But for now, this is Saturday. It's been fun. It's been very fun, very hectic, but overall fairly good, because hopefully this means that this stuff will maybe soon get resolved. So fantastic. It is Sunday, and I've decided to start this one off amongst the beautiful bamboo that we have in our garden. We have a very nice garden. I like it. There's a bush, and we're gonna have a quick walk onto the boundary again, being very careful, seeing there are people in the garden, because I don't want to film them without their permission, obviously. Oh, found a plant which I tripped over. Nope, looks fairly clear, so we're all good. So yeah, it is Sunday, and I wanted to just give a quick update on it, because I ended sort of yesterday very negatively, but I wanted to tell a funny story. For the first thing, police were around yesterday, as I mentioned, and since then, the white line, the white string that we had here, has mysteriously disappeared. Where could it have gone? I have no idea. I know someone who might know, but for now, it is completely gone, and it's so mysterious. I can't think of a single way it could have disappeared. Maybe someone else knows, but for now, we actually have zero clue. But I wanted to tell a bit of a funny story, because there was a funny story. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, whatever people believe in, I am open to just accepting what they believe in, whatever. I have my beliefs. I do not force them on anyone else. I do not attempt to force them on anyone else. And I believe if someone believes something, as long as they don't force it on anyone else and it doesn't harm anyone, then they can believe what they want. I have a tuft, and that's really annoying. I believe that I should have good hair. My hair disagrees, so I respect my hair's belief system. But yeah, so small story is related to this whole boundary, which is why I'm filming it here. So basically, my mum had a friend from come over, basically, who was yeah, just I think it was friend from school? I don't know, friend from somewhere. But she came over for a visit. It was a nice little visit, nice little chat. And yeah, had a chat. I'm gonna sit on the log. It's on our side of the boundary. It's in our garden. That's fine. So yeah, she came over for a bit of a visit, bit of a catch up with my mum. They hadn't spoken in a while. And basically, my mum was telling her about this whole scenario with the neighbours kind of thing. Just giving her the update on it. This woman, who we will not mention by name because we're protecting the innocent, I have not asked her if she's okay with being on camera, etc., which is why I'm not going to mention name, not going to mention anything else about her. But basically, she believes that she is a Wiccan / witch kind of thing. My mum shares the same belief that I do, that as long as your beliefs are not imposing or potentially harmful, then believe what you want. So this woman was like, yeah, I'm a witch or a Wiccan. Mum was like, okay, cool, because that's the correct response to something like that. Just it's fine. Everything is fine with that. So basically, my mum was telling this woman about the scenario with the neighbours, and this woman was like, oh, bastards. So she turns to my mum and she goes, do you want me to put a spell on your boundary? And my mum was very correctly responded with, you know what? I would like nothing more, because absolutely that's the correct response to a question like that. So this woman, who's not been around the house before, the neighbours have never seen her because they've only been here 2 years and it wouldn't matter anyway. This woman walks up to the boundary, puts her hands in the air, and starts going, oh, oh, and other such noises of an amusing nature while waving her hands into the neighbour's garden. And there's the kids indoors, okay, I didn't want them to be out here. But basically, it was the woman who lives next door and one of her children outside, and this woman just comes up to the boundary and starts wooing into their garden. So she picks up the child and goes inside. I'm going to walk back towards our garden because I'm hearing the children. That means they could be near an entrance and I don't want to film children because it's illegal, probably. But yeah, I'm going to walk back towards our place backwards so we have zero chance of filming them. But yeah, basically, she walks to the boundary and starts going woo. So the woman picks up a child and just runs indoors. It was just absolutely amazing. It was just this random woman who she'd never seen before, suddenly on her boundary, just making noises at her, and her child. It was amazing. So she just casting a spell on her, and she comes back to us and she's like, okay, I cast a go away spell. I cast a go away spell on your boundary. That means they'll go away. And the second I heard this, I was just like, well, it's worked. They've gone indoors. Great success. I need to reevaluate my belief systems apparently, because apparently I just watched a spell work. But yeah, it worked. And she was like, I can cast a Berlin Wall spell as well, but I need my kit for that. And her husband, boyfriend, I don't know what relationship he is. It's just like, he's obviously what's in there? Mod life? I don't know. But he responds to this with I know a spell as well. I'm gonna I'm just like, oh, has he got magic too? He's like, it involves a hammer. So there you go. Just a bit of a lighter note to end the week with, because that is going to be the last video of this week. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll keep you up to date with this neighbour stuff just in case, because more stuff might happen, more interesting stuff. For now though, is the end of the week, and you're only going to see Monday of me being here actually, because it's still not been technically announced, but I'm going to say it anyway because I don't care, because I'll be gone by the next time. Next week, from Tuesday onwards, I will be in Valencia casting DreamHack, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm pretty sure I said that in one of the earlier videos of the week, but I don't care. But I'm going to be in Valencia casting DreamHack, and yes, this little, hang on, where can I point? You guys will be there with me in the form of this camera, or there in person. If you are, please tweet at me and tell me that you are, so I can come and say hello, or come and say hello to me. So yeah, that should be fun. So everyone, thank you all very much for watching. This has been my week. A bit less boring than you. It's not boring, it's just a title. But this one has been very interesting with the legal proceedings and all that. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next week.